Yeah. And the other big story that's happening today is from those storms that happened overnight. Justin Stapleton joining us now to talk about that.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's interesting, ladies, because not only did we have, active tornado warnings yesterday, and then we had severe thunderstorm warnings, we had some heavy rain up across the north side. I think the thing that's really buzzing with folks this morning is the hail and even some grapple. That's sort of like a soft ice. Think of it like Dippin' Dots that fell late last night. They've been showing this picture. This is from one of our friends over in Sugar Land there, and we had a lot of click-to pins. So I want to thank everybody for sending those in. If you happen to take some video or pictures of that last night, here's where you got to go. Click to Houston.com/pins. All right, so let's talk about hail for a second, because the question is, how did it get here, and why is everybody's car so dirty after the hail moved through? I'm going to explain both of it here in just a second. So hail forms like this. Basically, you have to create a strong updraft in a cloud, right? So you have these little frozen water droplets that are swept up by these updrafts, and you see that it gets above the freezing level, starts to drop, adds additional layers of ice every time that it kind of gets scooped up and pulled up and through here. And it just kind of bounces around, kind of like lottery ping pong balls, if you want to think of it like that. Now, eventually, that hailstone gets too big that that updraft can't hold on to it anymore. And what happens is that hailstone starts to fall right out of the cloud. Now, in parts of central Texas, in the hill country, those hailstones can get really, really large. In fact, yesterday, we were tracking some towards golf ball to tennis ball size hail near Gonzales over towards San Antonio. It's fairly common over there across central Texas. For us, we don't see that type of big hail, but we were getting a lot of reports of pea to marble size hails. We're talking about 1/4 to 1/2 inch size hail. Not enough to do damage, but enough that it certainly got folks' attention late last night. These are the severe level ones. As you get a little closer to what we saw last night, it's fairly common. Now, the reason why we saw that is because we had all of these storm reports moving through yesterday. I'm going to put a 12-hour loop on this radar, and not only did we see the front itself move through, all the cold air had moved in behind that. So all of that hail that was sitting up in the clouds as those thunderstorms were starting to collapse was all falling out of the clouds. Now, where did this start from? It started over to the Pacific. So it swept across the desert Southwest. It swept across West Texas. What do we have a lot of in West Texas? A lot of dust, a lot of dirt. And so as that ice pellets got pulled up into those storms, the little dirt particles got frozen in with them. And so as they started to fall, they fell on the ground, they fell on your car, and then as the ice started to melt, as the water evaporated from the stronger, colder winds that we saw, what was left? The dirt. That's the reason why everybody's car looks like it does out there this morning. So my guess is a lot of car washers are going to be very, very active today.